Good morning, students. Let me introduce myself. I am CG Lakshmi Prasad, working at Government Degree College, Atmakor. Today, we're going to learn consonants. In the last video, we learned about vowel sounds, actually, not vowels, vowel sounds. And today, we are going to learn about consonant sounds. What are consonant sounds? How many consonant sounds are there? And how we can classify them? And all those things already we have learned in the previous video. And now we are going to, this is going to be third video on punctuation and second video on consonants. So let us, introductory slide it is. So pronunciation, sounds are the basic building blocks of spoken language. I have already told you, for any language, speech is very important and sounds are very important. Language is built of sounds, like a building is built of bricks. Language is built of sounds. Sounds are very important, and with the help of sounds, we make words. With the help of words, we make sentences, and it becomes a language, and we try to convey our thoughts through these sounds. And we have IPA system, that is International Phonetic Alphabet, and it's a list of symbols representing all the speech sounds used by human beings. It doesn't, it's not only belongs to English, it belongs to all the languages in the world, and we can use these symbols to transcribe any sound. There are so many symbols, and every language has its own set of distinct sounds called phonemes that are meaningful to the particular language. We can use these IPS symbols to represent phonemes and the pronunciation of the words of a particular language. And this is done by a written representation called phonemic transcription. This is called phonemic transcription and is useful tool in learning to pronounce words correctly. And how we can learn, how we can do this is, suppose you want to learn a word and you don't know how to pronounce the word. There is one letter, one word. It's very there are so many words in English which are very difficult to pronounce because what we write we don't say. In Telugu or in many Indian languages, there is no such problem as far as the pronunciation is concerned, because whatever that we write we pronounce. When we write Adavi, it is Adavi only. But whereas in English, it is not like that. We write something and we pronounce it differently. For example, here one example is given: university. Spelling of the university is UNIVERSITY, but we do not know. Suppose we know how it is pronounced, but if we do not know that, we can learn from the dictionary through this transcription. Suppose we know these symbols, IPA symbols, then it becomes very easy for us to find how this particular word is pronounced. So this is ya plus who, u, ni, wo, si, t, university. Like that, all the words can be learned. The pronunciation of all the words can be learned through dictionary. There are 44 sounds in the English language. Okay. And of these 44 sounds, we have 20 vowels, and among these vowels, we have 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. And then again, if it comes to consonants, we have 20 consonants, and we can categorize them under different different ways. So we have already learned how consonants can be classified. That is voiced and voiceless, and manner of articulation, how particular consonant is pronounced, how it is produced, that is manner of production, and place of production, that is at what place of the mouth but the air is stopped. So based on that one, this is place of articulation. Like that, we have, if we take a manner of articulation, we have plosives, fricatives, affricates, nasal, lateral, or rhotic, or liquids we call. and we have semi vowels or glides. Okay, all these are in your textbooks. In your textbook, it is termed as approximants. Okay, then if we take place of articulation, we have bilabial, labiodental, interdental, dental. It is also called dental, bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, palatal, velar, glottal. Like that, we have classified them into different categories. So we have, suppose if you want to say what is pa, we have to say it is voiceless, bilabial, plosive. Stop stop also can be used, but in our textbook it is plosive. So pa is voiceless, bilabial, plosive. Ba is voiced, bilabial, plosive. Ta is voiceless, alveolar, plosive. Like that, we every consonant can be described through these three phenomena. So now we're going to learn about plosives. What are plosives? As in the last class, in the last video, I have defined what is plosive, and I have explained what are plosives and how many plosives are there in English. But now we are going to learn it in detail. So plosives, we know that consonant sounds can be classified in different ways. I told you three ways. One of the categorizing consonant sounds is according to their manner of articulation. How the sounds are produced, how they are produced. That is the main category. Now we are going to learn more about plosives. So in the here now we are going to learn about plosives. And the plosives are produced when the flow of air is briefly stopped and then released suddenly. I told you the plosives and explosives. What are explosives? Explosives are burst out suddenly. In the same way, when you produce these plosives, what happens? You stop the airflow from your lungs at some point of place, and suddenly you release the air. That is how plosives are produced. So the definition, or we can explain, plosives can be as when the flow of air is briefly stopped. Briefly, it's not for long. Like briefly, it is stopped and then release suddenly. Suppose you take example pa. So what happens? You stop the airflow at the bilabial. It is bilabial. Okay. Through your two lips, you stop the airflow for brief time and suddenly you release it. So there is, explosion of air. Okay. So these are called plosives. And there are 6 plosives in English. They are pa, not p. Don't say p. When they are, uh, put in two slashes, okay, upward slashes, it has to be understood as a IPS symbol. So this IPS symbol represents sound pa, not p. P is alphabet, English alphabet. It's a symbol representing sound pa. And ba, ta, da, ka, ga. All these sounds are there in Telugu as well. So there is no difficulty in pronouncing these sounds. So a consonant sound can occur at the beginning of the word, and this is one way of learning consonants. Okay, that is initial position, final position, medial position. So where does it occur? The particular sound, suppose you take a specimen of pa, in the word, where does it occur? It can occur at the beginning and at the middle and at the end. Middle means it can be any, it can be in second syllable or third syllable or fourth syllable, depending upon the size of the word. But it is at the middle of the word. So like that, a consonant sound can occur at the beginning of a word. So that is initial position, at the end of the word, that is at the final position, and anywhere between the first and the last sound of a word, that is in medial position. So we have 3 positions. So through this one, let us understand the plosives through their position. So if we take the position of these plosives, we can better understand how these are, these can be pronounced. So we have, I told you 6 plosives, pa, ba, ta, da, kaga. First we'll take pa, initial position, medial position, final position. First we take initial position of pa, peel, pair, paid, plan. See, all these pa sounds are at the initial position of a word. Okay. Of course, end position we have la, ra, da, na, And medial position, we don't have any consonant here, but here we have la, plan. Okay. Let us take medial position, point. So, a is initial sound. Then we have pa, and at the end we have ta. So it is in medial position. There is a middle of the word, a point, span. Even here it is at the middle of the word. Apple at the middle of the word. Happy at the middle of the word. At the final position, let us see slip, drip, clamp, grasp. See, all these are at the end of the word. So we can like this, we can actually learn initial position, middle position, final position. Then we have ba. This is also plosive, blow, bad, back, bomb. All are at the beginning of the word. Then ribbon, album, cable, elbow are the middle of the word. Then we have crab, climb, absorb, succumb, all at the end of the word. So like that, if you go through, we can learn actually the consonants and we can concentrate on the sound. Let us go to the next set of plosives. Ta, da, tree at the beginning of the word. Train, that is initial position. Train, tremendous, trend, all at the initial position. Then if we come to middle position, we have kitten, stop, lottery, mastery. Ta, 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 all at the middle of the word. Then final position, we have goat, past, most, last. See here, all at the end of the word. Ta, 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 ta. Then let us go to da. Da at the beginning of the word. That is initial position. Develop, drain, dare, drop. All at the initial position. Then middle position. That is middle position. Wooden. Da in the middle. Then acidic. Da at the middle. Then bandit at the middle. Binder. Da at the middle. Then at the end. Held. Broad. Cord. Fried. Da at the end of the word. Let us go to the next slide. Kaga. Paba is over. Tada is over. Now kaga. Even these are plosives. Complain. See, ka means it need not start with K. Even C can, sound as ka, like in complain. It is spelling is COMPLAIN, but pronunciation is ka at the initial sound. Cat, C, but sound is ka. Kind, it is K, no problem. King, no problem. Okay, that is why English becomes very problematic to Indian readers. Here we have to say complain, here we have to say cat, but there are certain sounds which start with the C and we have to pronounce as sa, like seizure. Okay. Uh, C, for example, seizure, seizure. I think it's not seizure. I'm not getting reminded, but you know. Okay, let us see at the middle position. Doctor, abacus. See here once again. See doctor also C, but sound is ka. Because here also C pronounced as ka. Excuse, C once again ka. Excuse, not excuse. Excuse. Then at the end position, see here ka sound can be pronounced with a different alphabet. Here we have C, here we have K, and here we have QUE. technique. Even ka, ch also is pronounced as ka. Technique. So at the medial position also is there, at the end position is also there. Technique, clinic. Okay. See, here also initial position ka, end position also ka. Traffic, end position. Aquatic, end position. All ka sound. Okay. So ka sound can be C, can be CH, can be QUE, can be K. Okay. Like that, we can understand even sorry, not X, actually Q, CU, Ka, C again is pronounced as, in excuse, C is pronounced as Ka. Then let us come to Ga. At the initial position, glass, grab, game, give. It is at the initial position. Then we have medial position, degree, Ga, bargain, Ga, beggary, Ga, dagger, Ga. Then at the end position, big, blog, ding, frog. Okay, I was, just I remember now. The word C can be pronounced as sa, it's like a cynosure, cynosure, cynosure. It is starting with the CY, but it's not kinosure, it is cynosure. So like that, it's sometimes it becomes very confusing for us and how we have to pronounce. So we have to learn actually how each word we have to learn. We have to learn spelling, and at the same time we have to learn even pronunciation. Otherwise it becomes very problem. Like I told you, like police, we say police, but it's not police, it is police. And then many times, even some words, garage, we say it's not garage, it is garage. So many words we do mistakes. They are not mistakes, they have become Indian English. It has become Indian English. Okay. So many words which everybody understands. When somebody says, if I go and say garage, nobody understands. I have to say garage. I have to say police. Even if I know that I should not pronounce police, I have to say police. Nobody will understand me. And even they may think that I don't know English. And if I say garage, nobody understands me and they think that I don't know English. So it has become, garage becomes standard Indian English, but it has to be garage. But anyway, at least we should know. I tell my students, okay, there is no need of you pronouncing that way. You can continue pronouncing garage, no problem, because it is, we are Indians and it has become Indian English. But what we have to do is, at least we should know that it has to be, the correct pronunciation is garage, not garage. Police, not police. So like that, there are so many words to take. For example, so many words are there that at least we have to learn. Suppose now many students are going to America, London, even Spain. So many other foreign countries are going, and it has become the world has become Vasudaika Kutumbam. So we should, in order to communicate with others, we should know not only English, we should know the correct pronunciation. Then only people understand. Otherwise, people do not understand your pronunciation. So at least we should know when they speak, we should be able to get that word. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult for us. So plosives are completed. Now we come to the big chunk, that is fricatives. I told you fricatives means friction. So air comes out of your mouth with friction. When you pronounce some words, some sounds, such sounds are called fricatives. So we know that consonant sounds can be classified in different ways. I told you one of categorizing consonant sounds in according to their manner of articulation, how they are produced. Now we are going to learn more about fricatives. So fricatives means they are produced when air escapes from the narrow passage in the mouth, not mouth, it's a spelling mistake, it's a mouth, causing friction and a hissing sound. So when there is a very narrow passage, what happens, the air escapes and there will be a hissing sound like snake. or some kind of friction. So such sounds are called fricatives. There are 9 fricatives in English, and major part of 24 consonants, 9 consonants are fricatives. That is, majority of consonants of English are fricatives. They are f, v, th. I told you th. Th is different from our Indian ta. The is different from the sa, za, sh, ja, and ha. Okay, these are fricatives. Let us try to learn, because these are very, very confusing, particularly to Indians, because so many sounds are not there in Telugu or even in some of our Indian languages. So it becomes very difficult for us and we get confused. Okay. So this confusion can be, overcome by learning initial position, final position, medial position, as we have learned plosives. So initial position means at the beginning of the word, medial final position means at the end of the word, medial position means in between first sound and last sound. So let us understand fricatives through their position. So first one, let us take fa, va. First, let us see how this fa is pronounced. Fa is pronounced by making your lower lip touch the upper teeth. Okay, not total closure of air, the still air escapes. F, f. See, air is escaping. You can hear the sound when I stopping the air, but still air is escaping. There is a friction of air escaping. F. The same way, v, f, v, f, v. Now let us go to the sounds. Father, father, there is a friction. Father, fan, fabric, face. See, these are all at the initial position and there is a friction that you should produce. Then we say father, there is no friction. Okay, Telugu people will say father, my dear father, not father. It is a my dear father, my dear father. There should be friction. There should be friction. Fan, fabric, face. Then medial position. A force, baffling, confident, conflict. See, there is a friction at the middle of the word, and you have to produce, you have to practice this one. Then only you can produce it correctly. A force, baffling, confident, conflict. I'm deliberately elaborating, stretching the sound so that you will get that. Then at the final position, belief, myself, relief, tariff. That friction sound must be heard. Then va. I told you there are 2 vas. One is fricatives and another is semi-vowel. Semi-vowel is produced by rounding your lips. Va. That is different from va. Va is usually in spelling you find V. Usually, most of the V words are pronounced with the fricative va sound. Like initial position, let us see. Van, van, fan, vein, velocity, vendor. See, there is a friction, but little less. Then level, medial position, believer, bravery, carving, R is silent. See, I told you, R whenever, if it is not followed by any vowel, R is silent. You should not produce Ra. But Americans, they pronounce Ra, even if there is no vowel. But as far as Britishers are concerned, British English is concerned, we don't pronounce Ra sound if it is not followed by vowel. So level, believer, see believer, bravery, see bravery, R is pronounced because after Ra we have E sound, bravery. Whereas carving, carving there is no R. Even believer, believer, we don't say believer, level. Then at the final position, save. See, E is there, but it is silent. We are not pronouncing it save, save. We are not saying save or seva. We are not saying. We are saving save. Brave, clove, active, 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 active. See, there is a friction of va sound. And let's go to the next set of fricatives, that is tha and dha. And particularly Telugu speaking students, they never understand that tha and da are different from ta and da. Okay. Here what happens, these are actually dental. Tha and tha are dental. That means the tongue has to come out. Okay, little, very slowly. That is in between the upper teeth and lower teeth. And once again it goes back. That is how tha and tha is pronounced. Let us see. But what we do, we substitute with tha. We say thunder, thrive, through, thought. But they are not correct. You have to pronounce it as thunder, thrive, through, thought, thought, not thought, thought, thunder, thrive, through. It has to be pronounced like that. See, there is a vibration and there is a friction. Thunder, thrive, through, thought. Then at the medial position, we have antithesis, not antithesis, antithesis, ethical, not ethical, ethical, breathless, diphthongs, diphthongs, that is at the medial position. Then final position, breathe, dearth, forth, warmth, not warmth, I have to say warmth, R is once again silent, warmth, forth, fourth, not fourth, fourth, dearth, breath. We say fourth one, not fourth one, fourth one, fourth, fourth one, fourth one. See, that is why when when we listen to English, we don't get that one because it is pronounced as fourth, warmth, death, breath. But we have to listen. Unless we listen it as breath, we don't understand. Unless we listen it as dearth, we don't understand. Unless we hear it as fourth, we don't understand. Unless we hear it as warmth, we don't understand. That is the reason why we have to be a bit careful. We have to practice and we have to listen. Listening is totally neglected, skill, particularly to the English students, Indian English students. We never listen, and whatever that we listen is only from our teacher, and our teachers also have very little knowledge about particularly pronunciation. And even if I know, sometimes I do mistakes. It's not because it's a mistake. It has become it now. Our Indian English has become internalized. Okay, only when it comes to pronunciation, I try my level best to pronounce it as correctly as possible. But still, whatever that I am pronouncing is not absolutely correct. There are some errors. I am not up to the mark. Okay, I am not a native speaker. So in order to improve, what you have to do, you have to listen to BBC, where you get the real sounds, native sounds, and you have to practice it. Then only you can improve your sounds. Then we have the, the. Okay, that, we say that, not that. We have to say that, then, there, them, that is at the initial position. Then medial position we have bother, bother, either, and we say either, not either, 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 father, not father, father, either, R is silent again, see, bother, R is silent again, either, father, gather, not gather, we say gather, father, either, bother, all are wrong. We have to say bother are silent, either are silent, father are silent, gather are silent. Then let us come to the final position, that is cloth. See, if it is CLOTH, it is cloth. But if it is CLOTHE, it is cloth. Even bath, bathe. BATH, bath. BATHE, bathe. Okay. Even there are so many such words. Okay, let's come to the next one. Breathe. We say breath. Wreath. Sheath. All the sounding. Yeah, but here E is there. E is silent here. Clothe. Breathe. Wreath. Sheath. Let us go to the next one. Sa. Za. Sa and za. Sa is, comparatively very easy for us Indians and particularly Telugu speaking people, because we have sa here. And so there is no problem. But again, when it comes to za, we have so many problems. First, let us learn sa. Sa is how sa is pronounced. Sa. That ridge of the upper teeth. There you stop the air and still let out the air to pass through with the friction. Sun, super, span, stand are all at the initial position. Then medial position we have person, basic, beast, bison, all are the medial position. And the final position we have pass, class, base, case, all are at the end. And sa is relatively very easy, particularly for Telugu students people, there is no problem. But when it comes to za, it is za. But what we do, we say ja, because za is not there in Telugu. We have ja. Okay, janmamu. Okay, we have sound janmam ettitira ja. So whenever this za sound comes, we substitute with the ja. Okay, it actually we have to pronounce. We have to say zero. But what do we say? We say zero. We say GTV, not GTV, ZTV. Zero. Zebra we have to say, but we say zebra. We have to say zoo. We say Jew. Even it is written Jew. Okay, ja is used because we don't have za. Then we have to say zest, but we say jest. Like that, whenever I told you in the previous videos, whenever we don't find equivalent sound in our native language, what we do is we substitute with the nearest sound. So za is not there in Telugu, so we substitute with nearest sound is ja. But we have to learn. Okay, it's not very difficult to learn za. Za is not that difficult. It's very easy. Just when you practice just for 1 or 2 minutes, you can produce it correctly. Zero, zebra, zoo, zest. Okay, not zero, zebra, zoo, zest. The difference you have to make it. Not zero, it has to be zero. Zebra, zoo, zest. I think you got it. You practice it. Okay, when you practice it, it becomes very easy. Then amazing, not amazing. We say amazing, not amazing. Amazing. Razor, not rager. Razor. Blazer, not blazer. Blazer. Dazzle, not dazzle. Dazzle. Then at the final position, fizz, jazz, quaz, size, not size. Size పెద్దదైంది, నాట్ సైజు పెద్దదైంది, సైజ్ పెద్దదైంది. క్వాజ్, జాజ్, ఫిజ్. Then Let's go to the next one. Sha, ja, sha. I think sha is comparatively easy for Telugu speaking people because we have sha in Telugu, like Shamir Pet we say. Okay. Uh, sha, sa, sha, sha. Sha is there in Telugu, so it's not so difficult. We can learn it. So at the initial position we have shin, sharp, short, shame. So there is no problem. We are perfect in pronouncing sha sound at the initial position. And the medial position, blushful, brushing, cashier, fresher. Then final position, blush, slash, crash, flash. Okay. So these are the final position. Then when it comes to ja, actually even in English we have very less sounds with ja sound. Very, very less sounds. In fact, there is not even a single word which starts with ja sound. There is no word. That's why there are no words in English beginning with ja sound. We have at the medial position some words, very, very little, not many, very few. Okay, just you can count it. Maybe hardly if you search whole dictionary, you may find 20 to 25 words at the medial position, even at the final position. Not more than maybe 100, not more than 100. Okay, very, very less sound, but sound is there. Like let us see. We say leisure. What do we say? Leisure. Correct pronunciation. Correct Telugu pronunciation is leisure, but it is not leisure. Leisure unda. ఈరోజు ఇంగ్లీష్ సార్ రాలేదు లీజర్ మాకు అందుకే బయట తిరుగుతున్నాము. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ లీజర్. వి హావ్ టు సే లెజర్. జా జా లెజర్. వన్స్ అగైన్ ఆర్ లెజర్, దెన్ మెజర్, treasure, azure, ja, azure, all at the middle position. Leisure, measure, treasure, azure. Okay, so all at the middle position, and very few words are there with this sound, even in English. And Telugu, we don't have this sound at all. And what we do, we say ja once again. Okay, whenever this sound comes, we say ja. Leisure, we say. Measure, treasure, treasury, we say treasury, not a treasury, we have to say treasury. Azure, all these no, we substitute with ja, but it's not ja, it has to be ja. Ja, I think you get it. Once again I'll tell you, ja. Then final position also we have very, very little words. I have to spend almost an hour to search these words. See, let us see. Garage, garage, ja, not garage. And many of us pronounce it as garage. Car garage lo undi. Garage ekkadaina unda? Garage antam. Many of us, even literates and illiterates, even professors, they say garage. It's not garage. It has to be garage. Mirage. Mirage. We say mirage. Mirage untadi. Mirage means, ఎండమావులు అంటాం. ఎండాకాలంలో మనకు రోడ్డు పైన నీళ్లు ఉన్నట్టు కనిపిస్తుంది కదా, అదేవిధంగా ఎడారిలో దూరంగా ఉన్న ప్రాంతాన్ని నీళ్లు ఉన్నట్టుగా కనిపిస్తుంది. దాన్నే మిరాజ్ అంటారు. ఏమంటారు? మిరాజ్. దెన్ ప్లెజర్, వి సే ప్లెజర్. ప్లెజర్, నాట్ ప్లెజర్, ప్లెజర్. దెన్ బేజ్, వి సే బీజ్ కలర్. బీజ్ కలర్, నాట్ బీజ్ కలర్. బేజ్, బేజ్, నాట్ బీజ్, beige, beige. See, all these things you have to be very careful while learning these sounds. Then only we can get that one. And let us take the last sound, ha. Ha, how ha is pronounced? It is glottis. So you stop the airflow at the glottis level itself, and then you release it suddenly. So rest of the mouth, it is almost stationary. There is no movement when you say ha, 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 ha. Okay, so let us take initial position. Hall, horn, hole, heart. Even ha sound, very less sounds are there, not many. Middle position, head, behind, perhaps. Once again, same thing. Behind. Some problem is there. So medial position also very less words are there. Then at the final position, there are no words with the ha sound. I have searched different ways, even internet, and I could not find even a single word ending with the ha. Maybe there are words ending with the h, but they are pronounced differently. Okay, like cough, 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 fa. It is fricative, cough. There are so many words are there ending with h alphabet, but the sound, as far as sound is concerned, ha sound there is almost no word in English. So I hope I tried my level best to make you understand certain things, particularly plosives and fricatives, and still there are affricates and so many other things that we will continue in the next video, because time is up. I can record only 45 minutes of video, and once 45 minutes over, I don't know what happens. That's why I keep on timer, and as soon as it comes to 41, 42, I try to end the class, and that's why I have already planned. We will have next video, that is this one is going to be third video on pronunciation, and first one is vowels. Okay, first one, just we have vowels and consonants, and vowels again, all consonants are a introductory lesson, and this is second one, only fricatives, plosives and fricatives. Next we'll continue, the rest will be finished in the next video, that is pronunciation 4 and consonants 3. Thank you very much, and keep watching my videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.